So I don't know how many of you guys realize this, but gold just had its best week since January. Literally, it went up 7% this past week, and over the last month, it is up 11%. Gold is really starting to move, obviously, on inflation risks, right? The US dollar is weakening, and the rate situation, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, right? And look, gold is starting to break out again for the first time in months. I mean, look, back in January, we hit 5,600 an ounce on gold here, and it's been downtrending since, right? A lot of the metals have, silver as well, and now we're starting to see this rebound. Again, we're starting to break out above these moving averages for the first time in months. We have a golden cross, and look, we hit 39.55 back in the end of June. So about a month and a half ago, we were under 4,000. Now we're pushing the mid 4,000s, and we are up off that low about 12%. And gold, again, just had its best week since January. Now listen to this. UBS sees gold, the price of gold, challenging $5,000 an ounce in the first half of 2027 on lower real rates, a softer US dollar, and strong sovereign demand. And at this point, you guys know we're seeing this massive move in gold as the entire market, for the most part, is hitting all-time highs. I mean, look at the S&P. SPY's breaking out. You guys know this, right? We hit 780 pretty much last week. We have the Qs not quite yet at all-time highs. It's actually the only index not at all-time highs, the NASDAQ, but it's still breaking out. We're above this channel right here that we were downtrending in for months, where we're starting to break out of that. We have a golden cross. The Dow Jones just hit all-time highs a couple days ago, right? The Russell, I think, just hit all-time highs literally on Friday. Yeah, we hit 3,070 points on the Russell, so the entire market's ripping. Gold, again, is starting to rebound. Same with silver a little bit. We can see silver starting to come out of the downtrend, but not as aggressively as gold. And listen, I think this move could sustain itself, and we could see, higher prices in gold in due time. It's starting, and I think UBS, honestly, could be right with that prediction. And obviously, nothing is guaranteed. Maybe this is the bottom. Maybe it's not. But one thing that I am certain of is if gold continues to rise and investors get more confident in the move, they're going to start looking further and further down the risk curve for smaller gold companies, gold exploration companies, the miners, right? And these actually offer, sometimes, not always, not guaranteed, obviously, but these companies actually give you more, exposure, leveraged exposure to the upwards move in gold, especially if sentiment continues to improve, which, let's be honest, it has been. And with that being said, guys, you probably know where this is headed, right? I want to share with you all a gold exploration company that I've been diving deeper into, that I'm watching right now, one amongst a bunch that I'm watching, as again, gold is starting to reverse. The company I'm watching is Westward Gold, trading in Canada under ticker WG, and in the United States under ticker WGLIF. And this part of the video is made on their behalf. And guys, just look at Westward Gold break out. I mean, this stock's been breaking out the last couple of days, last couple of weeks for that matter. It is up literally from the beginning of July, about a month and a half ago. This thing is up over 100%. And again, we're seeing the price of gold completely start to break out. And now, is this guaranteed to continue, right? Is this going to continue to go up forever? Nothing's guaranteed. We don't know. But we're starting to see, a lot of these exploration companies, a lot of these stocks start to wake up. And Westward just literally gave us some pretty good trenching results from their SSD target at their Toyabe Hills project in Nevada, which I want to dive deeper into, and I want to talk more about this company, guys, so let's do it. So looking at the headline result here, guys, it was 13.4 meters grading, 6.55 grams per ton of gold contained within a broader interval of 34.8 meters grading 2.84 grams per ton of gold. And listen to this, individual samples reached as high as 17.9 grams per ton gold, and the company identified 5 separate gold zones within the trench. Now listen guys, those results are very important, particularly because the trenching helped Westward identify some of the structures that could be controlling the higher grade mineralization, and the company is now essentially using that information, right, to refine its geological model and target these structures at depth through drilling. Very important for the next step of the process here. And when it comes down to these gold exploration companies, I say this all the time, guys, location is everything. It's all about location, right? And Westward has essentially consolidated roughly 70 square kilometers of claims across their Nevada portfolio, and their flagship Toyabe Hills project sits along the Battle Mountain Eureka Cortez gold trend, while the Coyote project is positioned along the Carlin Trend. And for those that don't know, maybe you're unfamiliar, these are established gold districts where some of the largest gold deposits in North America have actually been discovered, and Westward is specifically searching for Carlin-style systems, which are known for potentially hosting large quantities of gold within Nevada's favorable rock formations. And Toyabe Hills gives Westward, more opportunities, multiple opportunities beyond this one trench. The company plans to test 3 priority areas called SSD, Campfire, and El Segundo as part of its 2026 exploration program. And listen to this, at El Segundo, right, Westward has outlined 8 planned drill sites and approximately 6,000 meters of potential drilling, and this is an area that had never been drilled before Westward's current program, and the target is supported by surface geochemistry, geological mapping, and geophysical data collected over several field seasons. And Westward also controls approximately 13 kilometers along what it calls the Hilltop Structural Corridor, a long structural feature that the company believes could have played an important role in moving mineralizing fluids through the property. That's key. And what excites me here, guys, is that there are potentially several catalysts ahead here, with assays from additional trenches and initial shallow drill holes were still pending in the company's latest exploration update, while deeper drilling is intended to test whether the gold-bearing structures observed near the actual surface continue underground. And another thing worth mentioning here, guys, do you know Keith Neumeyer, the CEO and founder of First Majestic Silver? Well, he's a disclosed shareholder and has publicly discussed his support for the company, right, which is a major endorsement considering how successful First Majestic Silver has been, right? And Westward's investor materials also list Crescat Capital, Concept Capital Management, and Company Management among its major shareholders. And of course, that doesn't guarantee success. Just because some, bigger name investors are in the company doesn't mean the stock's gonna 5,000x, right? Obviously, things could still go wrong. You got to do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor personally, guys, and again, just because there are different names in the stock doesn't mean it's guaranteed to go up, but it is something worth watching, worth monitoring, right? And again, with the overall gold story slightly improving, sentiments improving after it's been beaten up all year, companies, again, that are exploring for gold are a must watch. And this is one that I'm watching. Again, Westward Gold, trading under ticker WGLIF in the United States and WG in Canada. And with that being said, guys, yeah, I'm watching it closely. Gold's looking interesting. Even the metal itself, right? And again, some of these exploration companies, things are starting to turn around. So I'm excited in the space for the first time, and it seems like a while at this point. But there's always risks. Nothing's guaranteed. Like I said, do your own research, guys. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And full disclosure, I don't own this stock yet, but I am watching it, like I said, and it's on the list, watch list. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and join my Patreon for my private Discord, my trading updates. I'll see you in there. Have a great rest of your day.